Okay, I just remembered a vision I had a few days ago, and so I saw a vision of the 144,000. And what I saw in the vision was you know how like at the horse races, they have starting gates, and all the horses line up, and the bell rings, and then the gate drops, and they all come out. Well, I saw 12 starting gates. And lined up behind these 12 starting gates was 144,000. But they were from every nation, language, tribe, and people. They were not Jewish. They were from every nation, language, tribe, and people. And I clearly remember seeing an Asian kid who looked like a college kid. His hair was really nicely cut, and he was just wearing a regular t-shirt. I saw another blonde-haired kid who had, he was clearly in the military. He had military camos on, and his hair was all butch, and you could see he had a big military backpack on. And then I saw people, literally they were from every nation, language, tribe, and people. I saw a big kind of heavy black guy with like kind of a like a afro little bit. I'm just saying they were from all walks of life. They were not a bunch of Jewish guys in Israel. Okay, I saw a white guy, I saw an Asian guy, I saw Hispanic guy, I saw from every nation, language, tribe, and people. They were from all tongues and all nations, and they were lined up. And then when the rapture happens, that's when they're left behind. The 144,000 are left behind. And when the rapture happens, that's when the starting bell says go, because over a term of 1,260 days, all of them will be put to death for their faith. They're all prophets of God. They're all prophets of God. See, there's no revival that happens after the rapture. After the rapture, the 144,000 are left behind to prophesy. And in a sense, they're there to be slain so that the judgment of God can be complete on the inhabitants of the earth. That's why it says in Revelation chapter 16, for they have shed the blood of God's prophets and saints, and God has given them blood to drink as they deserve. And the reason that happens is because so the 144,000 after the rapture, or around the time of the rapture, are sealed with the seal of God. And then the rapture takes up the church, or not really the church, it takes up the elect. That's the other thing. The best way to be sure that you'll make it to heaven is to be a martyr. If you want to be sure, you need to be a martyr, because look at the rapture in Revelation chapter 14, verse 14 through 20. There's first the first harvest, and then a second angel comes out and says, and it's the angel in charge of the fire, and he says, reap, and he reaps the grapes and throws them into the winepress of God's wrath. And there's people who are going to be taken up in the rapture and then thrown back down to the earth. You know why? Because as they're going up in the rapture, they're going to say, oh, I forgot to feed my dog. Or as they're going up in the rapture, they're going to say, oh, but I just got married and I wanted to go on my honeymoon. Or as they're being taken up in the rapture, oh, I just started a new business. And they're going to look back. And there's a parable about that too. But the best way is to be the first to be put to death for your faith, to volunteer to be, as soon as God says, blessed are those who die in the Lord from now on, you should be the first one in line to sacrifice your life and glorify God. But the 144,000 are left behind, and they walk this earth, and the last two of them are the two witnesses.